Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we are looking at Ian Schieffelin. He's an intriguing forward from Clemson, the Chef, and he's a guy who took a pretty big leap from his sophomore to junior year, and I expect him to get even more playing time, or not playing time, but rather focus in the Clemson offense this coming season with PJ Hall and Joe Girard to a lesser degree out. I think he'll be more of a focal point this coming season. And so Schieffelin averaged 10 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists last season. He did so while shooting 56% from the field, 47% from 3, and 73% from the free throw line. So here early, we're going to look at one of his better traits in my opinion. Besides rebounding, which I'll touch on late, it's just a little bit hard to show from this particular game against Arizona. But passing, I think he's a very good passer. It doesn't necessarily scream at you when you look at 2.2 assists per game, but I think he's a very good passer. He had a few games over the past couple of years where he had near triple-double performances, and you see it in the games where he's able to find Hall pretty much over and over again here, and he just got a good chemistry with PJ Hall, knowing when he's going to cut to the basket and finds him open near the rim. Now this next area is something that I think is kind of interesting here. You see him lose the ball as he tries to post up. But right now we're going to look at his three-point shooting. So he made a leap last season. He shot 46% from 3, but it was only on 1.4 attempts. So it's hard for me to say, it's really legit. I would love to see him get double his attempts next season and get over 3 attempts. And if he can maintain, 40%, that would be a really welcome sign for me for his NBA draft potential. So now we're going to start to see Schieffelin here, and this is going to be his last three-point attempt. Second to last, excuse me. And no, last I was right. And so now we're going to see him work into the mid-range area, which I think just watching him, he just seems more comfortable operating in the mid-range where he's able to dribble several times, build a rhythm, and then just find ways to score in and around the basket. It's not necessarily the prettiest, but it is effective for Schieffelin. And I think this skill will be valuable if he gets to the next level and he's matched up against smaller players because he's not the quickest. He can take advantage of those matchups and take them into the post with his size. And he does a good job of creating space. Not always the most accurate. He's not necessarily lethal in the paint, as you see a few misses here, but he does a good job of just bumping, finding contact, and getting to the spots he wants to. Again, not necessarily the most effective, but it is something that I think he can do against smaller players. Here you'll see him commit a foul. That is one area he needs to improve on next season. Here, a big block, which is not something you see from him all the time. A steal, again here, not the highest in terms of steals and blocks, 0.5, 0.6 per game, respectively, and 2.6 fouls. So here we'll start to look at the rebounding a little bit, which is his best attribute. I would say 9 rebounds per game at Clemson in 27 and a half minutes, which is just outstanding. And so he's a guy who I think if he can improve his three-point shooting, maybe rack up a little bit more assists, and be a little bit more of a defensive playmaker, he'll get second-round buzz. But no matter what, I think he will get an opportunity next year in the Summer League and have a chance to sign a 2-way contract. So thanks guys for listening. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Give this video a like and tell a friend. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.